Alright, so let's just go ahead and talk about the news from last week. First item on the list is Apple VR headsets. There was another little leak given that Apple was planning to make these only 150 grams of weight. They're going to use short focal length lenses to keep that size down, and also with the micro LED displays in there. So what's this 150 grams mean? If you're not in the VR headset market to begin with, most of them weigh about 300 grams. So Apple's trying to get that down to below half of what most of them are. And just for an example, like I own the iPhone 12 mini, it is about 132 grams, so it's just going to be a little bit heavier than a 12 mini. And you got to think, this thing's wrapped around your head. You don't want something super heavy, because you have to really think about it. You don't want this huge heavy thing on your head while you're trying to engulf yourself in this other world that you're in, playing whatever you're doing with the headset. I've not really been a big fan of these VR headsets, but I have seen some really cool other things than gaming lately. Like there's this ad that keeps running that it looks too weird for me, but put the headset on and then you have whatever kind of computer screens, as many computer screens as you need to get all your work done. That could be fun. Like for me, like just being able to like fully focus in as I'm working on the code that I write, that kind of aspect of it, you know. And obviously, once again, you don't want something that heavy if you're going to be wearing this for multiple hours. So I'm getting a little bit more excited about this VR system that Apple's working on, now that it might not just be for gaming, it could be for something more than that. Next up is the HomePod may not be dead. I mean, let's be honest, the HomePod's not dead to begin with. The HomePod mini is still out, it's still doing well. It's just the bigger HomePod that's gone. There is some reports that Apple's actually looking into a screen version of a larger HomePod, kind of like the Google Hub or whatever they're called. I think Alexa with Amazon has one as well. The Echo Show, I believe. I don't know what to think about this. I really enjoy the larger HomePod. I have one. It's right there. I don't know if I want a big screen attached to it, because one, that's just going to up the cost, and two, it's just going to like add this whole extra functionality that it's like, do you really need that to a smart speaker? I think Apple really, what they need to do is just focus on making Siri better. That solves most of the people's problem. That's my take on it, but I don't know. We'll wait and see. I don't really think this is going to come to be, but hey, I could be wrong. Apple, just get Siri better and we'll all be happier. Next on the list is a rugged Apple Watch. Yeah, this could be interesting. So if you guys don't know, like you can actually buy rugged cases for your Apple Watch. There's a bunch of different companies that sell them. I have a cousin that's what he does. He'll buy the Apple Watch, just the aluminum model, and then he'll buy his rugged case, because he works like he's a mechanic type guy, you know, getting his hands in there to where if he was wearing like an aluminum or steel or any of the watches that they offer right now, just no protection, he would just shatter this thing instantly. I really think this could be an interesting concept. I don't know what all they'll do to this to make it actually better than just a rugged case. Maybe Apple should just start selling a rugged case. I did see a video from Greg Gadgets. I'll put that down in the link below too, because he goes into more detail talking about maybe they increase battery life. Because if you think about this, a lot of the people that may want this rugged phone would be more sports enthusiasts. So this device could be a little thicker, which also could add more battery, which means you could do longer running workouts and triathlons and all that kind of stuff that take longer than what the Apple Watch may be able to provide battery for. So that could be interesting too. But one thing to keep in mind is that this device is going to cost more than the sport one, because it's got something a little additional to it. So this is yet another item that we're just going to have to wait and see what Apple does with it. So that's Apple news for you. Next on the list is the iPhone 13, 12s, whatever Apple decides to call it. Everything Apple Pro. Did another big leak with Max Weinberg. Lots of stuff in this one. First item on the list we've actually heard before is the smaller notch. So most of the reports we've heard that it was going to be shorter, not as tall, but this one's saying it's not going to be as wide but be the same height. I don't know if it really matters whether it's shorter or taller or wider or not. Either way, this thing is going to get thinner this year. With all these rumors, I believe that's one that Apple can finally do technology-wise, so I think that's going to be the best case, that we see something with the notch is going to change this year. They're also talking about we're going to get some better audio with the phone this year, better noise canceling when you're on a call, like so the person on the other line won't be able to hear background noise as much. Would be a great addition to this, especially if they can improve the speakerphone noise reduction, background noise reduction. That would be amazing. Please, Apple, do that. And of course, it's not like Apple to not change black. So there's going to be a new black. Usually, you know, it's like space gray. They'll probably, good chance they'll even call it space gray again. But yeah, so the black is going to be changing. There's a chance it could be more matte black, which would be awesome. And I think that would be the one that I get, even though there is also another rumor saying there could be like a copper color iPhone. That could be fun. It looked pretty cool in the shots that I saw. I don't know though. I don't know which one I'd want, because I think the matte black, I actually had the jet black iPhone 7 and I love that thing. It felt great. It scratched like crazy, but it was just cool looking and gave way more grip than the regular phone. So it'd be cool to see what they do with the matte black phone as well. The iPhone 12 mini is also not dead. Thank you, because I love mine. If you have not held an iPhone 12 mini, find somebody that have one and go hold it. It's the best phone. Like Apple, all I need you to do is put that third camera and that LiDAR sensor on here. Call it a Pro. I will be totally happy to pay the extra for that. Give it to me, please. Even make it thicker if you need to put a bigger battery in it. I'm okay with that too. Last on the list is camera, because Apple can't upgrade an iPhone without also upgrading the camera. The rumors are currently pointing to the fact that it's going to be like a smaller overall like bump on the back. The lenses themselves aren't going to stick out as much, and also the bump isn't supposed to stick out as much either. So that could be nice to see. One of these days we're going to get this fully flat back again with the iPhone. I can't wait for that day, because the bump always just drives me crazy. And last but not least, this is a fun one. This is 9to5Mac had a video this week with Moment. If you don't know who Moment is, they make iPhone cases and other smartphone cases, and then also lenses that can attach to those to change, like give you telephoto if you don't have telephoto, add all these different effects, lens filters, stuff like that. And now they're coming out with these MagSafe accessories. I love these things. They look really cool. So they allow you to just MagSafe your phone onto them and then attach like a microphone, a light. They also just have a car mount, but then they also have like a tripod stand and just all these additional things that you can attach to it. Sadly, they don't start selling until early April, so I was inspired by them that I just mocked up and 3D printed out my own little stand, and then I had a third-party MagSafe charger that I just popped in there, and then I added it to my newer rig that I use. It's awesome. It's great just to be able to just pop your iPhone in there. You don't have to like really attach it. It just magnetizes to that MagSafe charger, and then also I don't have to worry about where the volume control and all that is to make sure it's not getting like clipped, because that happens way more than you would think. Like I'm always hitting that volume down button, but now I don't have to worry about, because I can just pop it in with the magnet and just go and start recording. So that's the news that caught my eye this week. If you guys like this Monday release, let me know. I'm gonna do it again next week, but I'm gonna let you guys decide if you'd rather Monday or keep it on Sunday. Leave a comment down below what you guys think. And as always, please hit that thumbs up. It helps out the channel a lot. I will see you guys in the next one. God bless.